Hey, what guys, this other video. So I got bad news. My plants are not coming today again because FedEx, they couldn't find someone to deliver the package. So, and they didn't put it up for delivery today, and I think they're gonna wait until tomorrow, which is kind of annoying. But actually, this guy, I was changing the water and she got sucked up into the filter. And I thought she died because she didn't acclimate. Cause it was like the water was going into a bucket, and then she kind of just started swirling around and kind of got shocked. But she's doing good. Just trying to get my camera to focus. There we go. Water's looking a million times better since yesterday, since I had to clean out the filter and it blew all that white gunk into my tank. The levels are not looking amazing, but they're not bad, and I don't really see the fish stressing out. These guys are, hey, these guys are going crazy always. I didn't know, I still astounded how active these guys are in my tank compared to the Petco tank, but so I am gonna be waiting on the plants to and the moss to cover these stones. Well, it gives me a couple more times to prepare. Also, I was thinking of putting some bio media inside the tank, just so I have more, bio media going in the tank. I know it might look ugly, but I had an idea. Since I have this big mountain of rocks, I'll put the bio media, behind it, and then I have the air stone blowing air into the filtrating and creating more bacteria for the tank. Because, and I want to do that earlier because as time goes on, it's gonna be very hard to get stuff out this tank, especially when I kind of glue the rocks together. I don't want to, just a couple of them, because some of these guys move fast enough they can move the rocks, so I don't want them destroying the whole scape in one night. And I did buy a 150-gallon rubberized stock pond, so I'm going to be setting that up as a permanent aquarium. I am not going to put these guys in there because that's not going to get set up for a while, because it's 150 gallons. I'll need a new filter for that, a bunch of stuff, and I'm going to aquascape it slowly over time and really get a nice aquascape. I'm definitely going to do like a dirt bottom, sand on top. I found these big ceramic biometeor logs that I'm gonna place around it. I found them in gray so it won't look too ugly. Try to get white sand. I don't want the black sand this time. I want the fish to pop out. And I don't really know what I'm gonna put in there as of right now, so I'm just thinking. And if anyone has African dwarf frogs, can you guys tell me if she's pregnant? Because she's like fucking huge. She was not this big before. Like, you can see how wide she is. I don't know if she is, but she's definitely not as active, and she's kind of bogy. So I don't know if she's sick or she's pregnant, because she's gigantic. The male's doing fine, which I think he's a male, because they say the females are bigger and then they have a more narrow head. But she's kind of bulging at the left side, if you see. And the stomach is just kind of pouched out. So I don't know if those guys breed, and I don't know how many babies they have. I'm gonna do some research today. I looked up a couple of pregnant pictures. She don't look that big, but she looked like she getting there. I'm kind of scared. I don't know how much babies. I seen how much tadpoles, how much baby they have. I don't know if she's gonna do the same thing. That's kind of scary. So yeah, the stock pond is coming. I should have it Tuesday. I might have it Tuesday, but I'm not really gonna do anything with it for about a month or two, because after I get the stock pond, the next month or the month after that, I'm gonna get a filter for it. And then once I get the filter, then after that I'm pretty much set to go. And also, I have like a wattage limit in my apartment, so if I go over the wattage, the power fuse goes out. So I'm gonna see how low power I can get both the tanks running, and hopefully the power doesn't go out. The power only go out if I go over the voltage, the watts I mean. So if it's 24 hours and it doesn't happen, I'm all good. Yeah. And I had this new idea. I don't know if it's gonna work out, to be honest, but I don't want to open it too much. So basically, I have old tank water mixed with new water. I have my old filter in here blowing the water out, and then there is carbon inside the filter. There's ammonia and nitrate media on the bottom. I just don't got bio media like the balls, like bio balls. I was gonna fill this with bio balls when I get them, and then I was gonna just have pre-made water ready for the tank. And then also I'm treating, I want to see how fast I could treat the ammonia with this method. That way I have clean water always ready, and it's filtrated. It has, I want to get it set up to have biomedia, so you know it could treat ammonia itself. And then basically it will be kind of a quarantine setup as well, because I don't have a quarantine tank at the minute. I do want to start quarantining certain fish that I get if they look a little sickly in the bag or something. So that's my idea for this. Let me know what you guys think. There's a hole at the bottom of the bucket, so the water is going from the bottom of the bucket, the filter is shooting it out, and then the water is coming back in from the bottom. So that's how it's set up. And then I was gonna have the bio balls either in the bucket or littered around the bucket or outside, and then also other biomedia around the thing. I know this is plastic, so it's gonna bow, but it looks pretty sturdy, and I might get like just a rubberized setup, you know, upgraded a little bit. But I think I can make it work, and I think I can have it set up so it's actually like a natural-ish setup. Not gonna put any plants in here or anything like that, but you know, probably place some sand so get some type of substrate in there to hold ammonia and media and all this other stuff as well. But this is just like my cheap effect. I just had to spare one of these. I was watching DIY stuff, so I was thinking word out. So this was very ammonia water, because I was like doing a big water change because the tank kind of like went downhill when everything got trapped inside of it. It's like it's really pulling back. All the levels went down dramatically. So I'd say about like a couple more days and I'll be good. Should be where I was, but I definitely want to get this set up just in case. And I'm thinking everything should work out the way it wanted to be. Because realistically, everything I do in here, I'm just going to be doing here with less, you know, fish. And then the biological fish, and I don't need organics in here to start a cycle, because I'm going to be adding ammonia through the old tank water. So I won't need any organics in here. I could throw a snail or two in here if I wanted to. Maybe something like that. If the snails have babies. I don't know if they're going to, because I heard loaches eat babies snails. So that's kind of my idea with it. You know, some of you guys might shut it down. Or I could kind of think about a new way to do it. I have seen people make filtrations with like garbage cans and make an intake outtake nozzle, shove it in, and then shove it into the tank. If I'm DIY, I could kind of do it myself, but I'd rather just get like a pre-made, because I don't want to deal with like anything getting loose. I could resin the whole around just to make it more secure too, but I don't know. I'll see. But that's it for today. All the betas are pretty chill. She's not running them off as much. She's kind of getting used to them. She's slowly becoming one of my favorites. She's real cute. I really want to see her like kind of huge. And I don't know if you guys have African dwarf frogs, just let me know. Because I'm almost like 80% sure she's pregnant. And I'm almost 100% sure it's a female. But I don't know like how big a male gets versus a female, so I just don't know that at this point. And I still got the snails in here. There's 3 snails so far. I haven't seen any babies. People said these things breed fast, but I have them for like at least 3 or 4 weeks. I haven't seen any new eggs, so kind of happy. I have no idea what the 3rd one is, so I'm looking for it. Oh, there it is. It's on the side of the tank. And the leaf is kind of blocking it. And that's the 3rd one. Yeah, so unfortunately the delivery is not coming in. I do have the pond coming in. I am gonna make it like a permanent aquarium. I might put pond liner in it. I might not, because most people say they just use the stock pond as a stock pond. I just feel the pond liner would be easier to clean and wipe down. But also I'm thinking like how will I wrap it around the bucket without it just slipping when I put the water in and stuff like that. So I might not do the pond liner. I'm not getting a galvanized stock pond. It's rubberized. The galvanized look like a cleaner setup, but still I don't want to deal with the zinc leaching the tank and then have to pond liner it and have to make sure it's like stable. And I don't know what I can't put, if I want to, I could take all of these guys out, put it in the stock pond. I'm gonna lose my viewing capability, but the quality of life of the fish will go up a lot. It's 150 gallons. I could plant way more. I could ditch all the colorful gravel is not coming with me. I could do a dirt substrate with sand on top. All the plants re-put into the tank. I could get some pond latches, have some hydroponics going. You know, I'm just thinking, because you know, I love the tank, I love the viewing. I don't care as much, to be honest. I could very easily just do this and view the fish from like, you know, the top side, and it won't affect me that much. I could get a GoPro as well and just view the fish that way. You know, put it in the tank, get some video, you know, enjoy it that way. And then the tank, I will just empty it, and then I won't have a use for it, but, you know, I can always repurpose it, make it for a hamster or something, maybe a cheap small pet. Just get like a wire mesh on the top. I wouldn't put like a mouse or rat in here, I think it's too small, but I think a dwarf hamster just be right. About the right size. I see them in like, I mean the cages I usually see them in, or they usually have them in 10 gallons, I think. That's around the size of the stock tanks they have them at the store. 10 gallons, maybe 20. So this is 30. So I think it'd be enough space. So let you know what you guys think about that idea. And for more experienced people, let me know if you think this could work out for me, this setup. I could just get a hang-on back filter for this instead of this thing. And then I was going to use it as a temporary tank. I mean, this will always going to be a temporary tank, but I don't want that. You know, it seems a bit much. You know, if I had this, I want it to be something, you know. So I was thinking about having this temporary hold for certain fish. Once I get acclimated by media, and then I kind of fill it with sand. I'll probably get this same type of size bucket, only with a different made material, obviously. Maybe rubberized. Get a real small stock pond, maybe a 20 gallon or a 10 gallon, and treat the water that way. But I do like the setup. The water smell is already gone, so the ammonia treating is working. The color hasn't went away as much, but that's fine because I actually put some chemicals in here. That's why. Just because there's no biological. I added some, but there's no biological media, so I needed to add something in there so it could stick to the sponge. I'm gonna get some filter media for this next week, and then fill it up and see how the war is doing inside here. And then this should one. This filter is very low power. The wattage is, it says 60 hertz. So I can run this no problem, no power issues. So yeah, that's my plans coming for the next week or next month. Let me know what you guys think. Other than that, I might get some shrimp for the tank. I might hold off on the shrimp because the frog is getting pregnant and I'm kind of like nervous about it. So I might just hold off because the frogs, I have shrimp up here for them, and by the end of the day, all those shrimp would be gone. So I don't know if I can actually add shrimp to the tank anymore. I think the frogs will actually just fucking eat them. I don't know because the French are since the shrimp are dead, they're just eating them, but they usually don't touch the pellets. They don't really like the flakes that much, but I put the shrimp in there, they come straight to the top and they start eating it. They already ate 2 of them. I usually put 4 in them, so it's enough for the betas and everyone else, but yeah. Yeah. Let me sorry focus these guys. All the baby betas are getting along wonderful. She's still a little tutorial, but it's to be expected. She's the big one. You know, she likes to fluff around. And then I'm going to try to get some beta poaching stuff for them. Kind of like floating little houses for them. See if they like them. Also, there's caves with magnets. Like, you kind of like make a floating cave on the side. I might do something like that. But yeah, that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think. Not much of an update, but you know, everything's cool. The tank's cool. All the plants are growing nicely. This one is really popping out. I don't know if this is supposed to get red or it's supposed to be more green, but it's slowly getting there. I don't have like CO2 in here. This tank is doing this one's doing okay-ish. This plant kind of fell off and I re-put it in. I'm trying to see if the stem grows. I don't know if that's how it works. The soy plant is just, you know, it popped off really. The one in the back is growing well too. So yeah, I'm definitely bummed out the plants are getting delayed. The weather is nice. I had a heat package in there for 48 hours. This day will be the 48th hour. After that, it won't have heat protection. There's a guarantee, you know, no DOAs, so you'll see when the plants get here. But it's gonna be four sword plants and then 4 of these. I forgot the name. I look it up every time I instantly forget it. Then we got Big Mama here. You see, I don't know if she's like bloated or she's pregnant. I don't know what bloat looks like in like frogs. But you know, I'll figure it out. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.